Another one bites the dust.
Hey, welcome back. I think we're going to call this News Snacks because it's really just snacks about the news, kind of like potato chips, you know? Can't eat just one, but you don't want to have too much, that kind of thing. But this week, we start off with what is going on with the FAA. Another top official bites the dust. This week, Wayne Monteith, Associate Administrator for Commercial Space, announced that he will be leaving at the end of March. General Monteith is another seasoned veteran walking out the door, and interesting enough, this comes at the heels of when the FAA uncharacteristically pushed back on the NTSB for the NTSB kind of getting in their knickers. Not getting into the merits of things, but one of the things a senior leader at the FAA once told me was, hey, your job is to stay off the Post, the Washington Post, and the FAA has maybe not done such a great job with that. The MAX, 5G, and now a little tip with the NTSB, not good things if you want to keep things quiet. So the only thing I see happening here over the next few weeks when Administrator Dixon steps down is Deputy Administrator Brad Mims takes the reins. And Brad has tremendous experience in aviation with all the skills needed to run the agency. His experience and leadership quals don't get much stronger than what he's got to the table. And so I wish him all the best and good luck on getting the job. I mean, the rumor mill has that he's on the short list. That would be pretty cool. But these jobs are super complicated. I have no idea what that process is going to look like, so we'll just have to keep paying attention to the Washington Post. Hey, you think housing prices are out of control? Housing prices have surged, but the used jet market has really taken off. See what I did there? Just a little throwing a little, see if you're just paying attention. Just like houses and used cars, inventory of used jets has plummeted. It's just over 1% right now, and asking prices are up 11% this year alone. Well, that doesn't sound too bad until if you want the cool jet. So the more exclusive clubs like Gulfstream, prices are up over 40%. Now that's a rich man's game. Hey, not everything's bad at the FAA. Some great news in the last few weeks. The UK CAA and the FAA announced an agreement to work together to certify and integrate electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles using existing rules and regulations. Both authorities have a long history of working together, not only on aircraft cert, but on airspace integrations, operations, the actual infrastructure. They share technologies. So it's probably not a huge surprise, but it is incredibly important. The FAA is at odds with the EASA, the European Certification Authority, on how to get new entrants into the system. It's not a big delta, but it's enough to worry manufacturers. And so where the regulations go is sort of a battle. It's hard. It's very hard. EASA is creating new regulations to suit users. FAA is trying to use the current conditions and the current rules, like how do you certify a small airplane, like Part 23. So both have their pros and cons, but it is the first demonstrable leadership victory for the FAA in a very long time in the international scene. So everything from VORs, ADS-B are slightly different the way that they're certified between those agencies, and so they come out of the box just a hair off. The performance navigation from an Airbus to a Boeing is just a hair off, and we talk about the harmonization, and that's as good as it gets because it's not standard. Even the Boeing 730 MAX return to service had to go through a little extra to satisfy EASA after the FAA gave its approval. So this is a really huge deal. Great to see that leadership in place. And the FAA even opened up a new office in the UK, and so obviously that's working. So hopefully this is just the beginning of the FAA reestablishing its global leadership. We've got a new benchmark. March 6th of 2020 was the last time we saw over 2 million passengers fly through the system domestically. then COVID took over, and we all know kind of what happened, but basically nobody was flying. Until February 18th of 22, we saw a blip of over 2 million passengers. But then March arrived. I guess it's spring, but here we go. Now, for the 1st through St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, over half of those days have eclipsed the 2 million passenger mark. And along with that, every single day has had more passengers than in 2020 or 2021. Not quite back to 100% maybe, but hey, we're getting there. Hey, have you ever wondered how far drones fly when people are talking about beyond visual line of sight operations? You ever just wondered what that sort of looks like? You know, I've got a few DJIs and I've got a Unique, and you know, they go for over 5 miles just with a handheld unit with visual line of sight and from your control station. So, you know, that's kind of like the, you know, the recreational flyer kind of thing. And so that's 5 miles. Further, if you use the DJI advanced stuff like that they have with the Matrix 100 and beyond, I have no idea how you're going to see it, but you know, the technology is pretty like off the shelf. So when you talk about BVLOS, discussions have been going on for years. I have this idea that, you know, we're talking hundreds of miles or maybe 1,000. We're going to go across the country with BVLOS. That's what people are trying to think about. And I get that that's probably not the real deal. It's really just like over the hill and dropping a thing. But, you know, I had these big visions of what BVLOS was. And but the longest waiver was granted a few weeks ago with Census Technologies and Soaring Eagle Technologies. And it was all of 12 miles. A 12-mile beyond visual line of sight waiver. Yep, that's it. The millions of dollars invested since the early 2010s, 11s, and really got going in the 2016s by all these companies, the incredible amount of capital that has been spent by manufacturers and the government about how to do this integration for at least the last 10 years, and 12 miles is the pinnacle. That's the pinnacle. I kind of can't believe it. No, I'm not kidding. So, but people are still burning capital, and hopefully they can break this stranglehold on the market. Next time, we are going to talk about the BVLOS ARC, the advisory rulemaking committee that the FAA has had ongoing for many months now, on what they recommend on how to move forward. All right. Leave me a comment if you like what you heard. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button if you want to hear me next time. We'll talk to you soon.